caw. I put forth out into the book realm a call for help, and you guys have answered. Yes, you answered my bat signal of which of my massive ass TBR should I use for my 12 in 12 reading challenge. Now, the only rules were that I gave you guys about 24 options, and I asked you guys to vote on them across all my media platforms. They just had to be books that were on my physical TBR. So fucking thirsty. I have the results for you. I have my notes here. Now, out of all the book options I gave you, what came massively in the lead was Under Your Scars by Ariel N. Anderson. And I know this book for a fact does not have a happily ever after, you sadistic bitches. So I know I'm gonna cry. I need that push because I love tearjerkers. I do cry easily with books, I feel like. So I do avoid them until I'm in a really good mood. I will keep you guys updated because you guys just, without a doubt, chose this one as your number one choice. Also pretty decently so in the lead was Between Never and Forever by Britt Benson. This is a rockstar romance, mainly my must-love audio book. Girlies, they ranted and raved, and a lot of them voted on this. I know, I saw you guys in the comments. Shout out to them. They say this is not only an amazing book, an amazing audiobook as well. I don't really know much else about it, but funny story, I met Britt Benson several times now, and she's just the coolest person. So I have not read a single Britt Benson book. I have slowly been collecting all her books, and I now own almost all of her books on my bookshelf, and yet have not read a single one. So hopefully it does not disappoint. One I do not have with me. I just think it is somewhere on my bookshelf, and I think I just forgot to grab it before I left. But Shatter Me by Tahiri Mafi. I may have pronounced that wrong. I am excited that this is a BIPOC author, and I probably have had this on my TBR for the longest amount of time out of all these books. This was before I really knew about dark romance special edition book boxes. So I was ordering more Fairy Loot and Illumicrate and such. And so this special edition set came from one of those. But then I got these special editions, the whole entire series, found out it was a massive series, which if you know me, I just don't like to finish series. I like to start them. I like to put them down. I like to come back to them a year later, maybe read another one or two over and over again until it takes me 4 or 5 years to finish a fucking series. But have it all. And this is young adult also. And it's like, I think it's fantasy, which are all outside of my comfort zone. So it has been on my TBR the longest because I'm probably the most terrified of it. So I don't know whether to thank you guys or be upset with you guys for this one, but I definitely did need that push. And that is being followed up with one I'm probably the most excited about, and that is The Mercenary and the Mortician by Alexandria St. Pierre. Now I have this book on audio, and I really love Alexandria, honestly, as a content creator. I think her videos are a lot of fun and just raw and real and her. So I just love her content style, which is crazy because she's actually an author. And that honestly is my favorite combo, is an author that is just comfortable enough to also be a content creator and give some of their book recommendations or their dobs of the day or whatever it is. It's an romance. It's very dark romance. And I do have Alina May's book that is the second book of this duet on my physical TBR as well. I actually think I have it on this cart. Let's take a look. I think the second book is Make Me. Now, this is also a signing exclusive. It has really naughty cover art. That's the back. Here's the front. I'm just super excited. Thank you guys for voting on this one. I was probably going to read it either way, but now I have to. Whoops. I am not at all surprised that you guys chose Dear Reader by Tate James. Who doesn't love Tate James? And I own a lot of Tate James books and ARCs and special editions. I was on her ARC team before she became Triad. When she became Triad, just the publishing company ended up sending out all the ARCs. So I did not have an ARC of this. So this is one of the few I have not read by her. And I get to see Tate again this year. I have special editions on myself of this book as well. I think I already own the audiobook. So overall, this was a win. Her books are always fun with full of banter, so it makes them dark, not really rom-coms, but it has this lighter feel to it. So they're usually just easy, fun reads too, but with good plot and spice. It's just a good fun balance, if that makes sense. Deceit by Caitlin Taylor. Thank you for all my dark romance girlies out there that were looking out for me. I read Deliverance, which has these characters in that book. So much so that I messaged her and was like, please tell me that these characters get their own story. And she said, girl, they've already had their full trilogy out. It's been out. And I was like, oh, I've had this trilogy on my shelf. I've been meaning to get to it. And now I get to it thanks to you guys. We also just love Caitlin Taylor as a human being. She's a lot of fun, super hilarious, super confident in herself. And we eat that up here. Nocticadia by Carrie Lake. I love Carrie Lake. She is a slow burn gothic girly though. Slow burns do scare me. Even though I know I've loved every slow burn I have ever read by Carrie Lake, they're always thick, fat ass slow burns. So again, needed that push from you guys. So again, thank you. This is Professor Student, which is one of my favorite tropes. Sinners Anonymous by Soam Sketcher. I'm going to drop this book. Oh my God. My friend Maria is a mafia expert. So she actually sent me the original cover book of this and was like, this is one of my favorite mafia reads. I really enjoyed it. You should read it. So she's going to be happy that this is on the list. And who doesn't love mafia? So honestly, easy win for me. Perfect Strangers by JT Geisinger. I do know I have this on my physical TBR and on audio. However, I have it wrapped up on my bookshelf that has all my wrapped and numbered books, and I don't know which number it is. I know I have it, and you guys voted for it, and I know it's emotional, and I love JT, so we're going to get to it this year. We have Phantom by H.D. Carlton. I know I have this book on my physical TBR. I know I have a special edition, I believe, from Mystic Box, but for whatever reason, I could not find it when I was leaving, and I was in a rush to leave, so I just don't have it with me, but I do have this book on my physical TBR. I love H.D. Carlton, but I know these books have a lot of hype because of the connection to Haunting and Hunting Adeline, so I think that's where I've been nervous to read it, is because I do really love those books. Honestly, I liked book 2 more than book 1. That's probably controversial. I just thought book 2, even though it was way darker, it had more plot. Not that I didn't love the spice. The spice is hot and sexy and fun, and we love Daddy Zaid. But book 2, I did eat up. I'm nervous, though, how this is going to hold up, I guess. The Wrong Heart by Jennifer Hartman. Again, I guess you guys just want me to cry in 2026. I love Jennifer Hartman, and I've actually had this book on my TBR for a long time. I loved Still Beating. I loved June 1st. This one I know is hard to get through and rough and emotional, and all hers have like very, 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 very hard earned happily ever afters that I just cry all the way through. So I will have to choose that on a month that I am emotionally prepared for it. But I am excited that you guys chose that one because I do love Jennifer's. And then finally, we have No Way Out by Santana Knox. It is a nice little quick read. Santana Knox, I just freaking love them. They're like this gothic witch baddie with like these beautiful tattoos and just a fun personality. I love Santana. Loved Heartless Heathens. I believe this is more, I think, don't quote me, but maybe like horror meets dark romance. I don't know. I am kind of like new to like the erotic horror scene. And the few I have read by authors that also like go into the dark romance realm, I've really loved and enjoyed. I think I'll really like this one. So I'm excited because I do have a couple editions of this book on my shelf. So and that is all. You guys did the voting. I will do the reading and I will keep you guys updated. Thank you for tuning in. If you would love to like, follow, comment, subscribe, whatever, I would love to have you here with me. If not, that's okay. That's cool. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for staying with me this whole entire video. And see you next time in BookTube and Bookstagram loves. I don't know what I'm saying. Okay, bye. Have a great day. Thank you.